Welcome to the Revalue Data-Driven Scenario Building tool for use by all of the Revalue cities. Be aware that while this tool is designed to make the process of creating data-driven scenarios easier for your city, as required as part of IC2, this tool is intended for information and early-stage scenario exploration only. To log in, choose your city from the drop-down, enter the password, and select Sign In. Once signed, you will find the main interface. Logout, language selection, and context-related health controls can all be found in the top right corner. Underneath you will see the 7 stages of the tool. You will work through each stage to complete the scenario building for your city. Guidance on what to do for the specific step is clearly located below the 7 steps. Step 1 is where you input your story from IC1. This forms the foundation of your scenario building. The story can either be typed, copy and pasted from elsewhere, or if you have previously completed it, loaded from the detailed roadmap we have on record. Once added, click Analyze Story with AI to extract the pathways embedded in the story. Be aware this may take a few minutes. After it is completed, the pathways will be noted below with a description, keywords, and relevance. Below that will be a map of your city in which the AI has extracted a default area based on the story. We will describe how to modify this in the next video. Here in the map, you will edit the default pilot site created by the AI to match exactly what you need. The identification tag for the pilot site can be edited to show name and area, name only, area only, and the area can be shown in either meters squared or kilometers squared. The color of the pilot site can be easily changed by clicking on the color swatch. Choose from a palette or create your own. Additional areas can be easily added to reflect more pilot sites. The name can be edited in the Main tab. And if you wish to edit the size and position of the pilot site, then select Edit. After doing so, controls will appear on the polygon. Select Move to move the entire polygon to a new position. Select Edges to move the polygon edges quickly. And vertices if you wish for point-by-point precision. Whilst in vertices, mode additional vertices can be added by selecting the blue circle with the plus symbol. To delete a vertex, simply right-click on it. Remember to click on Save to keep the changes you've made. You can add as many pilot site polygons as needed, and these can overlap. The total areas of all pilot sites is automatically calculated. Lastly, the map mode can be changed to street map or satellite, and the colors of the pilot site's polygons adjusted as necessary. Click on Transfer to Step 2 to complete this step of the process. In Step 2, the pathways automatically created in Step 1 can be reviewed and edited. Take time to check that these are correct, including if you agree with the relevant scoring, before completing and moving on to the next step. In Step 3, you will complete a series of sections and subsections. Firstly, click on A Resources tab. This will show a series of subtabs. The first subtab, Datasets, is to identify the datasets. Click on Get Resources from Detailed Roadmap. This will automatically fetch information previously submitted in the project. Review the various datasets listed, rename or delete them as necessary. Then identify the data type for each dataset in the drop-down, then the scale of the dataset, the dataset's time series, and lastly, its format. Once completed, select Next tab. In the Tools sub-tab, enter the various tools you are using for collecting data. If you have previously given this information, try selecting the Get Resources button, otherwise manually complete the information, adding as many rows as required. Click Next tab when complete. For Stakeholder sub-tab again, select Get Resources to automatically fill in the information previously supplied, otherwise enter the information manually. Repeat the process for the Financial Information sub-tab and then again for the Resource sub-tab. Once complete, you can review all the information in the Summary sub-tab. This section will find publicly available data on the pilot site project areas previously created in Step 1. Firstly, select the area that is your main interest. Then click on the Run Export for All Areas button. The algorithm will run. This may take a moment. Once completed, click on the Analyze All Areas button. Again, this may take some time, but it will return numbers for the rasters, vectors, and tables. Then click on the Clip and Load All Areas button. After that, click on the Join Attributes for All Areas button, then Build Construction Year Raster button. Finally, click on the Go to Data Analytics button. This will take you to the Data Analytics section, where you will see a 3D map with buildings types. You can zoom in, rotate, and pan in the 3D map. Additionally, you can switch on the land use if required. You can change the active project area by selecting it in the top right corner. Below the 3D map is a breakdown of the area's build-up showing amount of land use classes, building age and usage and energy analysis. Finally, in the last tab, you can compare the metrics of each project area side by side. Here in Step 4 is where the scenarios are created, bringing together all the information entered in the previous steps. If information has been previously given on your scenarios, click on the Get Scenarios from Detailed Roadmap button. This will automatically create and fill in some of the form for each of the scenarios. Alternatively, use the Add Scenario button. Select the appropriate pathways, resources, tools, stakeholders, finances, and other resources involved with the scenarios. On the second tab, Interventions, first highlight the relevant scenario, then click Define Pathway Target. Add any intervention information necessary. Then click on Generate Impact Assessment and score the relevant sections on climate impact, urban comfort, mobility, biodiversity, energy, cost and social benefits. Do this for all scenarios listed before proceeding to the next tab. In the Summary section, you can see all information previously entered. In Step 5, Model Impacts, information previously entered is available here to review. Click on the Calculate Resource Score button. Once the tool has finished calculating, the scoring will appear for each scenario. Proceed to Next tab, Pathway Scores. In Pathway Scores, review the previous assessment and click Calculate Resource Scores for each scenario. Then continue to Next tab by clicking on the Dimension Weights button. In Dimensions Weights, first click on Get Challenges and Opportunities button, then the Calculate Dimension Weights button, then continue on to tab 4. Overview and Summary. Here is a summary of all scoring along with a comparative radar diagram and associated matrix. In Step 6, Co-Creation Feedback, you can gather and add geolocated feedback to your scenarios. Select the relevant scenario and then click Add Feedback. Choose a position on the map where the feedback should go, then enter information on the person making the comment and the comment itself. Repeat this as often as required to gather all feedback. Step 7 allows you to review all the information entered into the app. You can export a PDF of the entire tool to allow the data-driven scenarios to be shared.